Go live.
There we go. Live video is starting.
I don't believe it. Wow. I'm so surprised when this works. And I'm still looking. Well, okay, something could go wrong, you know.
I think we want to go full screen so I can see the picture and the comments.
Okay. How's that?
Hopefully, I don't see the picture yet, but I think if I were to go up with this, I will.
Well, you always have to scroll up.
There it is. Okay.
By golly.
There. No comments yet.
Well,
we are here.
Yes, indeed. Early for once.
Yes, and it's working.
How about that?
Yes.
Let me get an idea of what time it is here. Okay, it's 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Here we are, on time and everything. By golly.
Yes.
Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever in the world you are.
Yes, and welcome, welcome.
Welcome to our 134th program of Autoharp music and good friendship and great comments from you, the audience, and all of that. We're just getting over colds.
So we both sound a little funny.
Both sound a little froggy today, but,
Yes.
There it is.
But getting over is the most important part of that statement.
Exactly so. We're on the upside. So, today's show is called Home is the Hunter. And it's songs that have something to do with hunting the poor little woodland creatures out there. Of course, sometimes the woodland creatures hunt us, and we do cover that. So, we believe in equal time.
Yes.
And
Laura Hardin is
hey,
here.
Laura.
Hello, I'm at the train song festival. We'll catch you later. Can you play a train song sometime? ?
I'll sure try, but I won't promise. I might be able to. I might be able to put something together. I'll sure try. Probably be near the end. But anyway, enjoy yourself down there.
Yes.
I remember you talked about it Thursday, and I hope you have a great time. Okay, let's get started here. Okay. Why aren't we working?
Aren't we?
That's interesting. Oh. Works better when you turn everything on, folks.
That's always...
Here's a song called Deer Slayer. It was written by Glenn Fortner and Ray Stevens and recorded by Ray. Late one night while driving home, I stopped to use the roadside phone to call my wife and tell her I was headed back. When somewhere out of the mist and fog came a big deer running from a pack of dogs, and that deer ran right into the side of my Cadillac. Well, it cracked like thunder when he banged his head. The deer fell over, and I thought he's dead, and that spooked the dogs, and they went running back in the woods. So I picked the deer up by his feet, laid him out real neat in my back seat. I'm thinking some venison stew might taste real good. Deer slayer, that head'll look real good up on my wall. What with those big antlers and all. Well, I was started to put my car in drive when, son of a gun, he came alive, kicking and snorting in the back of my Cadillac. Breaking windows and smashing doors, and I'm not going to say what he did on the floor, and then he jumped the seat and stomped up and down my back. Well, I was trying to stay alive, so I jumped out and left the deer inside, ran to the phone so I could call 911. Then I heard a noise and froze in my tracks. Sounded like those dogs might be coming back, and I looked up and sure enough, here they come. Deer slayer. Well, leading that pack was a big old hound, his ears flopping and his nose to the ground, and I knew he wasn't going to like me stealing his deer. Now that deer had his antlers up through the sunroof, and I'm climbing up the telephone booth when that dog jumped up and bit me on the rear. Help! Give me the police! Thank God for 911. Somebody get on out here quick and be sure to bring your gun. I got hound dogs nipping at my heels. Bambi's wrecking my Coupe de Ville. Help! Give me the police! Thank God for 911. Well, the hound dogs held us both at bay till the police came and chased them away, and then they said, "Buddy, you can drop that phone now and come on down. We can't think of any rhyme or reason for you having that deer 'cause it's out of season, and I think we better all go see the judge back in town." Deer slayer. Well, you see, Your Honor, I'd just like to mention that the deer was in bad need of medical attention, and would you believe I was taking him to the vet? He said 30 days and you do it again, and I'll lock you up till Lord knows when, teach you a lesson you never will forget. Now my Cadillac's a total wreck. I got hoof prints all over my back and dog bites on my toes and up my shins. My wife's run off, my job is gone, and I'm here in the jailhouse all alone, and I know one thing I will never say again. Help! Give me the police! Thank God for 911. Somebody get on out here quick and be sure to bring your gun. I got hound dogs nipping at my heels and Bambi's wrecking my Coupe de Ville. Help! Give me the police! Thank God for 911. I'll tell you one thing. From now on, roadkill is off my menu. At least from now on, I'll make sure it's dead and not just plain possum. Venison stew? I'll take chicken noodle soup any day. Barbecue's good too. And sausage? Hey, Jimmy Dean is my hero.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh dear. That poor guy.
Yeah. See, like I say, sometimes the little animals win.
Yeah.
Okay. Need a lot of water today.
Yeah, so do I. The leaves are starting to turn out there. Got a lot of color.
Yeah, it happens later down here, of course, because it's warmer.
Yeah. It's going to start getting cold, though. Long about Monday morning, I heard.
Yeah, well, it is November.
Yep. It's hard to believe.
We got a lot of leaves on the ground. And we're going to have a lot less leaves on the ground this year than we've ever had before, because we hired some tree eaters to come out
Yeah,
here
they came, took
and get
down
rid of a
some
bunch of
trees.
junk trees that were either dying or dead or just general nuisances.
Yeah.
And we're
On
several
the way
$1,000s poorer, but we've got a lot nicer looking yard.
Yes.
And now our neighbors are doing it across
That's
the
right.
street. They had somebody come out with a backhoe, and they're taking down some brush and trees. So maybe we're setting a good example. I don't know.
I heard one in the yard across from us too, so somebody doing something like that.
Well, I thought they were across from us.
They were, I mean, those guys too, but next door over here I heard some,
Oh, well, Tony had him grind a stump.
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing anything else. Okay, moving right along here. Here's a
Hey,
song.
Libby's here. Tuning in, glad to be with y'all today.
Hey, Libby.
Welcome, welcome, Libby.
Good to see you. And don't worry about your link. You set it to expire in 2030, so it's going to work. Yeah, good to see you. Glad you could make it today. Here is a song called "The Preacher and the Bear" that all kinds of people have recorded. It was written by a guy named George Fairman in 1904.
Oh my, it goes back a
So
ways.
it goes back a ways, and it's called "The Preacher and the Bear." Well, the preacher, he went out walking. It was on a Sunday morn. Of course, it was against his religion, but he took his gun along. He shot himself some mighty fine quail and one little measly hare. On his way, returning home, he met a great big grizzly bear. Well, the bear sat down in the middle of the road as mean as he could be. The preacher, he commenced to shake it and climbed up the simmon tree. The bear stood up and rolled his eyes and shook his ugly head. The preacher looked up to the sky, and these are the words that he said. Yes, these are the words that he said. He said, "Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so the good book do declare. Oh Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear. Oh Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear." The bear commenced to climb the tree, and that made the preacher sore. The preacher, he climbed still higher, till he could not climb no more. Just about then a big limb gave way, and they both come a-tumbling down. And when that preacher began to pray, well, you could hear it for miles all around. Yeah, you could hear it for miles all around. He yelled, he prayed, "Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so the good book do declare. Oh Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear. Oh Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear." They fought all the way down to the river, and it was a terrible sight. The bear was really laying it on, but the preacher, he was doing all right. He dragged that beast down to the water. It was 3 times in and out. The bear got loose, and he limped away, and the preacher, he began to shout. He yelled, "Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale, amen. Now, Lord, it may not seem like much from where you sit up there, but the hardest job that I ever done was baptizing that bear. Yeah, the hardest job that I ever done was baptizing that bear. Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so the good book do declare. Oh Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear. Oh Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear. And that's the story of the preacher and the bear.
Dan is with us.
Hey, Dan.
He says, greetings from the D.
Yes, indeed. Hope things are going well for you up there.
Yes.
Glad everybody liked your last gig that you did for the vets. I can't wait to hear that one. I can't remember what song of mine you did on there, but you said they really got a kick out of it. I don't remember what it was, though. But hello to you and Linda. Glad you could spend a few minutes with us today. Okay, let's see here. Here's a song by Jimmy Dean called I Won't Go Hunting With You, Jake, but I'll Go Chasing Women. Well, it's springtime in the mountains and I'm full of Mountain Dew. Can't even read my catalog like I used to do. I'm sitting in that little shed right back of the house. Here comes old Jake with all the hounds, but he's gonna hear me shout. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women. So put them hounds back in the pen and quit your silly grinning. Well, the moon is right and I'm half tight, my life is just beginning. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women. Let's go down to the meeting house and wait till they start home. Them gals that live on Possum Creek will always leave alone. We'll run 'em down the corn rows, them sassy little misses. We'll scare them pretty gals to death, we'll stop and throw 'em kisses. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women. So put them hounds back in the pen and quit your silly grinning. Oh, the moon is right and I'm half tight, my life is just beginning. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women. Now go wash your face and comb your hair, 'cause it's darn near time to start. But let me tell you before you go, there's one that's got my heart. Don't chase that gal with the yellow hair wearing the dress of green, 'cause that pretty gal belongs to me, I know she's past 16. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women. So put them hounds back in the pen and quit your silly grinning. Oh, the moon is right and I'm half tight, my life is just beginning. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women. I was headed for the general store when a silly thing I seen. They make 'em in the city. It's called a magazine. I turned to page 32 and look at what I found. Them gals wear clothes that we ain't seen beneath them gingham gowns. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women. So put them hounds back in the pen and quit that silly grinning. Oh, the moon is right and I'm half tight, my life is just beginning. Oh, I won't go hunting with you, Jake, but I'll go chasing women.
Yeah, I always did like that song. Ricky is with us.
Hey, Ricky.
She said, made it, but you are competing with the Buckeye game.
Yes, indeed. Who are they playing today?
Grin face. And Dan said, we did Werecow, Ghost
Oh,
Riders.
that's right. Werecow.
And Ghost Riders in the Sky and Tales of the Phantom Ship, all inspired by you, and the vets loved them.
Wow, that's
great.
cool. Yeah, that's great. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yes.
Yeah, Ricky, go Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you could come. Today's show is all about hunting.
Yes.
Sometimes we hunt and sometimes we are hunted.
Indeed.
And sometimes we say we're going hunting and we're not going hunting at all.
Is that right?
So, got a little bit of everything. So, if you're an animal rights person, don't worry. They get theirs back on us too. So, don't get mad. Okay. This song is called Grandpa Hunted Coon. And it was written and recorded by a guy who bills himself as Hobo Jim. His name was actually Jim Varsos. And he is the guy who sang the Iditarod Trail song at the end of every Iditarod race until he passed away a couple of years ago at the age of 71.
I remember that song.
Yeah, we do that sometimes. Grandpa Hunted Coon. I was born on a farm with the simple charm of a small Midwestern home, with the rafters hewn of piney wood, the foundation built of stone, and the silo clung to the big red barn. But my favorite memories still were the fields and the streams and the woods and the dreams and the deer running through the hills. And my grandpa hunted coon in the middle of the night, with a pack of dogs a-howling while the moon was shining bright. That's an old family tradition and it's gonna carry on, and my son'll do the hunting when I'm gone. The son'll do the hunting when I'm gone. In the little country farmhouse, in my childhood memories, my daddy grabbed the rifle and he handed it to me. And I learned that many years ago his father done the same, and the rifle always travels with the name. The rifle always travels with the name. And my grandpa hunted coon in the middle of the night, with a pack of dogs a-howling while the moon was shining bright. It's an old family tradition and it's gonna carry on, and my son'll do the hunting when I'm gone. My son'll do the hunting when I'm gone. Well, I learned to love the wilderness and read her many signs. It was there I took my troubles, for she gave me peace of mind. And then when I grew older, I learned the value of that gun. Wasn't killing but the pleasures of the hunt. It wasn't killing but the pleasures of the hunt. And my grandpa hunted coon in the middle of the night, with a pack of dogs a-howling while the moon was shining bright. That's an old family tradition and it's gonna carry on. My son'll do the hunting when I'm gone. My son'll do the hunting when I'm gone.
Ricky said they're playing Purdue Boilermakers, I believe.
Yeah, Purdue Boilermakers.
Yeah.
The other Indiana school. Hope they are prevailing.
Go Buckeyes, as you said. Or go
Yeah,
Bucks,
go Bucks.
I believe is what you said.
That's what I said. Yeah. I got to find a place where I can listen to them when I'm free some Saturdays. I'd like to listen to a Bucks game just for the heck of it. All you get down here is Alabama and Auburn.
You get a lot of Alabama.
You get a lot of Auburn, too.
Yeah.
They just fired their coach.
Who, Auburn?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my
And they
goodness.
fired his butt right in the middle of the season.
Did he deserve it?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. He had a a game plan that worked really well 15 years ago at the University of Mississippi, and he wrote it all the way through this year, and people finally figured it out and tore it to pieces, and I
Oh,
think
dear.
they've won maybe 2 games so far is all. So anyway, enough of that. This is a song that was done by a group called the Yoopers. Dan knows about the Yoopers. They're from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and they have kind of a Norwegian type accent, which I am not going to attempt to imitate today. And this is a song of theirs called The Second Week of Deer Camp, Part 1. It's the second week of deer camp, I got a swollen head. I'm lying with the dust balls underneath my bed. An icy breeze is blowing in through the tongue and groove. My pants are frozen to the floor and I'm too sick to move. I didn't drink too many, only 30 cans of beer. It must have been that last shot that put me under here. It's the second week of deer camp and all the guys are here. We drink, play cards, and shoot the bull, but never shoot no deer. The only time we leave the camp is when we go for beer. The second week of deer camp is the greatest time of year. I remember playing poker, that weasel must have won. He's wearing my new swampers and sleeping with my gun. He's snoring like a chainsaw, the camp smells like a dump, and someone's dirty underwear is hanging on the pump. Miko's in the wood box, Wiener's passed out on the stove. His flannel shirt is smoking, I wonder if he knows. Yow! It's the second week of deer camp, and all the guys are here. We drink, play cards, and shoot the bull, but never shoot no deer. The only time we leave the camp is when we go for beer. The second week of deer camp is the greatest time of year. Vito's crawling through the door, I think he got frostbite. He passed out in the outhouse, and he's been there since last night. And Goofus stumbles through the door, he says he got a buck. He was coming from the wayside, and he killed it with his truck. And Moosty cracks a beer and says it's time to celebrate. Goofus got the first buck since 2008. It's the second week of deer camp, and all the guys are here. We drink, play cards, and shoot the bull, but never shoot no deer. The only time we leave the camp is when we go for beer. The second week of deer camp is the greatest time of year. It's the second week of deer camp, and all the guys are here. We drink, play cards, and shoot the bull, but never shoot no deer. The only time we leave the camp is when we go for beer. The second week of deer camp is the greatest time of year.
Hey. What about,
Hunters who don't hunt.
yes. Stephen Einbinder.
Hey,
was with
Steve.
us, and he was asking Ricky, at Purdue or at the Bucks? And Ricky said, 3 teams from Indiana if you count Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yeah.
It's 21-3 Buckeyes. Not even halftime. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like my kind of ball game. Another Buckeye blowout.
Yeah.
Woody Hayes was...
And welcome, Stephen.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to
Glad
you,
to have
Stephen.
you.
Glad to have you. Hope to see you tomorrow, too. I liked what you did the last time you were on Saul's Song Circle with the backing track. That was really good. You might consider, a little more of that, at least from where I sit. Okay, here's one that was done by Phil Harris and his orchestra. They appeared for years and years on the Jack Benny radio program. And this is called Elmer and the Bear. Elmer Jones arose at dawn, put his hunting breeches on, and looked up at his shotgun on the wall. He made his mind up then and there to bag himself a hunk of bear. At hunting, he had plenty on the ball. He milked the cow, fed the hog, kissed his wife, called the dog, picked up his gun, and started on his quest. He crossed the creek and hit the trees, threw back his head and sniffed the breeze, let out a yell and pounded on his chest. Here comes Elmer, Elmer's got his gun. Here comes Elmer, run, bear, run. He hunted all the morning through, but not a bear came into view, as Elmer's mind was on the kitchen range. For he was sick as he could be of lamb and chicken fricassee, and craved a mess of bear meat for a change. Poor Elmer's mind was in a fog. He stopped, paused to sit down on a log to get his faculties back into groove. He heard a noise, and standing there before him was a grizzly bear, and he figured it was time he made his move. Here comes Elmer, Elmer's got his gun. Here comes Elmer, run, bear, run. He grabbed his gun and turned around, but Mr. Bear just stood his ground, and Elmer said, "It's either me or thou." The gun refused to go, and so he knew somebody had to go, and he said, "Farewell, I'm leaving as of now." Then Elmer's shoulders sprouted wings, his feet developed inner springs, to linger longer he was disinclined. He ran so fast through muck and mire, his ankles set his socks afire, but still that bear kept coming on behind. Here comes Elmer, Elmer's got his gun. Here comes Elmer, run, bear, run. A deer with antlers 6 feet wide got in the way of Elmer's stride as both of them were headed for the brush. Elmer said, "Now listen, son, is that's as fast as you can run? Move over, 'cause I'm really in a rush." The bear was gaining inch by inch, finally reached out for the clinch as Elmer saw the fence around his place. He leaped the fence and landed hard, jumped 60 feet across the yard, and slammed the kitchen door in Bruin's face. Here comes Elmer, Elmer's got his gun. Here comes Elmer, run, bear, run. That bear was trying to get inside as Elmer sought a place to hide, and Mrs. Jones began to pull her hair. She said, "This fuss has got to stop. Why don't you let that matter drop?" He said, "Honey, you go tell it to the bear." Then Mrs. Jones said, "Listen, goon, how come you think you're Dan'l Boone, whose appetite on bear meat used to thrive?" He said, "I'm sure that you're aware that Dan'l always killed his bear, but honey, I done brought this baby back home alive." Here comes Elmer, Elmer's got his gun. Here comes Elmer, run, bear, run.
Yeah. Goodness. Stephen said, "I'll miss tomorrow, but I'll use more backing tracks."
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I really do. Fighting a little cold today. Sorry about all that.
Yeah, we both are.
Greg got it, brought it home, and gave it to us.
Yes.
We're still trying to get over it. Well, folks, if you haven't already done so, or you're new to the show, leave us a comment. We'd love to know a little bit more about you. You know, where you're from, what kinds of things you like to do, and stuff like that. This is just kind of a friendly virtual front porch visit that we do every second and fourth Saturday of each month. And if you would follow the Autoharp Down Home page, you will get an invitation to every show in your news feed on the Wednesday or Thursday before the show. So if your news feed isn't like mine and cluttered up with hundreds of junk posts, you'll be able to find it. So, follow us if you've a mind to. Now, Facebook, especially since the current administration took office, doesn't give two hoots and you-know-where about accessibility for disabled people. And they have altered their interfaces such that screen readers do not work well with them anymore. I can get the show set up, but that's really about all I can do on Facebook. So if you want to ask a question or want to know something about the show or just want to make a comment, to me personally or to me and Lynn, we'd appreciate it if you'd send us an email. And that email address is autoharp.down.home@gmail.com. autoharp.down.home@gmail.com. And if you'd tell your friends about us, we'd appreciate that too. The more the merrier.
Yes.
We've been doing this for about 6 years, and we love it every time. So
Yep.
If you know somebody you think might like this brand of insanity, by all means, let them know about us. You can see this show for about 30 days on Facebook, and then it'll go away. They no longer retain live streams.
Yeah. Sadly.
But you can see this and all our other shows,
Yes.
starting from way back in March or so of 2019 on our Autoharp Down Home YouTube channel.
Yes.
And just search for Autoharp Down Home, and you'll find the channel. And they're all up there, plus some songs that we did, individual songs, and some other little things. Facebook doesn't start straightening up here, we may go to YouTube. We may leave Facebook and just try to stream on YouTube, because we have a lot of trouble with Facebook. It's hard to set up, and just about the time I figure I've got it all together, they change it.
Right.
They have psychologists on staff that they tell them change stuff so people will stay logged in longer. But I usually start setting this up at 11:30, and sometimes we're quite late, and then sometimes we don't get to come on at all just because they've changed it or something happened or whatever.
Yeah.
So we are seriously considering a move to YouTube. We'd get a lot of non-Facebook participants that way and all, but we'll keep you posted on that. And let me.
Stephen says that in reference to the game, what I mean is I see Purdue is the home team. So I think he's talking to Ricky.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. It isn't going to do him any good. Ohio State will prevail. It used to, WBNS, I don't know what their call letters are now, used to carry those games, and they were on the net, so I could follow them that way, but I don't know if they're still around or not.
Yeah, that was replying to Ricky.
Okay. That's fine. All right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Get back up here.
That fell down.
Well, there's all kind of wires and cables and stuff under there.
There you go.
I've got a cable and power supply set up in case the pedal battery dies.
Libby said, I'm working in the kitchen, so I just want you to know if I don't comment, it is because I'm listening while I'm working.
Oh, that's fine. We know you're here.
And she says, I am enjoying your show.
Thank you.
Well, that's what's important.
Thank you. We are at the halfway point.
Yes. Here to have a good time.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
This one's fun.
Yeah. This is called The Huntin's Over for Tonight, and it was written and recorded by Grandpa Jones. He recorded it. I don't know who wrote it. Charlie hollered, "Come on, boys, get out of here. I've just seen an awful sight. Put out the fire, call in the dogs. The hunting's over for tonight." One bright night, way last fall, Charlie and a couple of the friends come by the house, said, "Get your dogs, let's go hunting again." "Get my dogs? Well, I reckon so," I called out Bob and Bill. "We'll build a fire at the edge of the woods. They'll strike at the bottom of the hill." We was warming our hands and telling tales when all hell broke loose in the holler. Old Bob's got a coon as big as a mule. I'll bet anybody $1. When we got to the tree, I shined a light. It was awful dark up there. When the light hit the limb where the coon ought to be, there sat a big grizzly bear. Charlie hollered, "Come on, boys, get out of here. I've just seen an awful sight. Put out the fire and call in the dogs. The hunting's over for tonight." Old Bob and Bill treed one night as we sat by the fire a-talking. Charlie said, "Boys, that's sure a coon. Come on, let's get to walking." The dogs were treed in a big white oak when I got there with the lantern. Charlie come along with his old shotgun. It must have been as big as a cannon. He spied the coon and powdered his gun. I guess it was heavy loaded. With a roar, the old gun belched a flame. Tell you the truth, it exploded. The barrel went right, the stock went left. It tore the woods asunder. It kicked old Charlie in the middle of the creek with a boom that was worse than thunder. Charlie hollered, "Come on, boys, get out of here. This gun's not a shooting right. Put out the fire and call in the dogs. The hunting's over for tonight." We were sitting one night in Johnson's wood, whittling with our knives, telling tales and bragging some. Got to discussing our wives. I tell my wife just what to do, Charlie said with pride. "I'll wear the breeches around my house." Of course, we all knew he lied. My wife, she knows that I'm the boss. That noise in the leaves back there made us all turn around. There was Charlie's wife, so mad she was tearing her hair. She grabbed a sapling, made one warp, and off went Charlie's ear. We broke and run with Charlie in the lead. She was worse than a grizzly bear. Charlie hollered, "Come on, boys, get out of here. There's gonna be an awful fight. Put out the fire, call in the dogs. The hunting's over for tonight. Put out the fire and call in the dogs. The hunting's over for tonight."
Oh my. Brenda.
Hey,
Rodriguez
Brenda and
here.
Bob, good evening.
And Brenda said, "With all the craziness going on, I felt like listening to something cheerful, so I crashed your show."
Well, we're
Welcome.
glad you did.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, this is a chance to just kind of get away from the ugly world we live in today.
Yeah.
That's a part of what we do, is kind of forget about things for an hour every second and fourth Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, this is called Coon Dog Song, and it was written and recorded by a guy named Jim Dime. Old Newton McGraw had the meanest wife you ever saw. She made that poor old Newton toe the line, till he knowed he had to find some good excuse to get away now and then or lose his mind. Well, he finally hit upon his big idea. He went out and bought a pack of good coon hounds. Whenever that old woman started getting on his nerves, he'd go out a-hunting coon all night long. One night, somewhere way out in the backwoods, he found the cabin of that lonely Widder Jones. Nudie tried to fight her off the best he could. Her sweet perfume just made spaghetti of his bones. Now when Nudie got back home in the morning, his old woman was as hot as she could be. She said, ain't that perfume? I smell all over you. He said, no dear, it's that new potion I put on the dogs to kill their fleas. Now all nudies coonhounds wear perfume, the same kind that you'd find on Witter Jones. Now all nudies coonhounds wear perfume. Those fleas laugh so hard they just fall out on the ground. Now Nudie, he goes a-huntin' more and more. Them dogs of his, they lookin' mighty poor. They're ashamed to tree a coon wearing all that cheap perfume. But Nudie don't care what they don't catch anymore. Today Nudie's wife passed the Witter Jones at the corner store. Uh-oh. One whiff of that perfume bout made her sneeze. Didn't take her long to put two and two together. She figured out the Witter Jones must have fleas. Now all Nudie's coonhounds wear perfume, the same kind that you'd find on Witter Jones. Now all Nudie's coonhounds wear perfume. Those fleas laugh so hard they just fall off on the ground. And that's why all Nudie's coonhounds wear Chanel number K9 perfume.
Yes. Oh my.
I did that the last time I was at CAG.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. You play songs and you think, boy, they're really going to get a kick out of this one, or this one's kind of marginal. And this was one I thought was kind of marginal, and it just tore them up. All right. Let's go back and see if the Yoopers ever found their way out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second week of Deer Camp, part 2 by the Yoopers. Hey, Joe! Where are you? If you can't hear me, just say something. I wake up in the woodshed with 2,000 empty beers. I came looking for a full one and I must have passed out here. I crawl out from the door and I run smack into a buck. He was eating all the apples from the back of Rudy's truck. I grabbed him by the back legs and he drags me through the snow. But when he jumps a barbed wire fence, I had to let him go. It's the second week of deer camp, there's one more day to go. We haven't had a shaver bass since 14 days ago. The empties pile's growing and nobody got a deer. But there's only 50 weeks to go and we'll be back up here. I go crawling down the road and alley-oop goes whizzing by. For a guy that weighs 300 pounds, that oop can really fly. I take a look behind me and here comes a big black bear. If I make it to the camp, I'll have to change my underwear. That bear goes by the both of us and runs right through the door. He's breaking up the card game, it sounds just like a war. It's the second week of deer camp, there's one more day to go. We haven't had a shaver bass since 14 days ago. The empties pile's growing and nobody got a deer. But there's only 50 weeks to go and we'll be back up here. Bruno's cooking bear meat, but nobody wants to eat. 'Cause everything that Bruno's cooked smells like Mongo's feet. The poker game's still going and the beer is getting low. All around the deer camp there's a ring of yellow snow. The bucks we won in poker are the only bucks we got. We spent 2 weeks in deer camp and never fired a shot. It's the second week of deer camp, there's one more day to go. We haven't had a shaver bass since 14 days ago. The empty pile's growing and nobody got a deer. But there's only 50 weeks to go and we'll be back up here. It's the second week of deer camp, there's one more day to go. We haven't had a shaver bass since 14 days ago. The empty pile's growing and nobody got a deer. But there's only 50 weeks to go and we'll be back up here.
Yeah.
If they don't die of alcohol poisoning.
Oh dear.
Here's a really strange song. I mean, really strange. That's strange even for me.
Hard to imagine.
It was written. It was written by Dale Markson, and it was recorded by a group called Evans and Doherty, and it's called "Waltzing with Bears." Wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, baggy bears, shaggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing. Wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. I went upstairs in the middle of the night. I tiptoed in and I turned on the light. But to my surprise there was no one in sight. My Uncle Walter goes dancing at night. Wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing. Wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. We gave Uncle Walter a new coat to wear. When he came home he was covered with hair. Lately I've noticed several new tears. I'm sure Uncle Walter goes waltzing with bears. Wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing. Wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. We told Uncle Walter that he should be good and do all the things that we said that he should. But I know he'd rather be out in the woods. I'm afraid we might lose Uncle Walter for good. Wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing. Wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. We begged and we pleaded, oh please won't you stay. We managed to keep him at home for a day, but the bears all barged in and took him away. Now he's dancing with pandas and he can't understand us. The bears all demand at least one dance a day. Wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing. Wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing. wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears.
Ricky said Ohio State is in halftime, but Penn State is giving number 2 Indiana a run for their money.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, it's good to see the Big Ten up there again, though.
yeah.
Okay.
I've never been a big football fan, perish the thought that a person might not be, but I always did like Ohio State, though.
Well,
And Alabama, but more when Nick Saban was coach.
I'm not the football fan I was by any means. I rarely watch more than 1 or 2 games a year these days.
Nick is gone too, isn't he?
Yeah. When they brought in this NIL, where they basically made college football the minor league for the NFL, he knew he couldn't coach in that environment where players could just leave at a moment's notice for more money and stuff.
Yeah.
So he had a process that he put players through, and it wasn't easy. It was rough, and so he retired the season before. His last season was the season before all that started.
Yeah.
And he was right to do that, I think.
I do too.
Okay. Here's a song was recorded by John Denver in 1975. It's called 2 Shots. I took 2 shots, got no ducks, and cold, cold hands. Last night while I was out drinking, trying to have a good time, the lady with whom I was speaking thought I was feeding her some old wine. When I spoke of the cold winter's morning, the duck blind and a river of gray, the sound of the snow softly falling, when I thought I heard somebody say, I took 2 shots, got no ducks, and cold, cold hands. I could tell by the gaze of my comrades that I was the one who had spoke. Their eyes held a message of patience, the thrill of the hunt and of hope. But when I spoke again, how they listened for the wisdom of what I might say. If the good Lord had meant us to shoot one, He'd surely send more ducks our way. I took 2 shots, got no ducks, and cold, cold hands. Well, the lady with whom I was speaking, she laughed lightly and wandered away. My heart, like the snow in my story, felt silent. I hope she would stay. It's so nice to talk to somebody, to find someone who's willing to share. I know that this life is worth living, but sometimes it just isn't fair. I took 2 shots, got no ducks, and cold, cold hands. I took 2 shots, got no ducks, and cold, cold hands.
Yeah. Libby said, I love waltzing with bears. I remember singing it before. It is a joyful song. I get this mental image of an old man with a heavy coat dancing with bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But you have to wonder about the mind of the person who wrote it to begin with.
Well.
Martha, I'm going to write a song about waltzing with bears. Okay, dear. You know.
Well, he was a happy sort of fellow.
Yeah, it was. It was a happy kind of song.
Yes.
Here's a traditional song called Rabbit in a Log. Rabbit in a log and ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know. Get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I'll get him. I know. I know. I know. Really I know. That's how I'll get him. I know. Get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I'll get him. I know. Build me a fire and I'll roast that old hare. Roll him in the flames nice and brown. Feasting tonight while the moon shines so bright. 'Cause I got no place to lie down. To lie down, to lie down. I got no place to lie down. Feasting tonight while the moon shines so bright. But I got no place to lie down. Walking down the track with a chicken on my back. Soles on my shoes nearly gone. A little ways ahead there's an old farmer's shed. That's where I'll rest my weary bones. Weary bones, weary bones. That's where I'll rest my weary bones. Little ways ahead there's an old farmer's shed. That's where I'll rest my weary bones. Rabbit in a log and ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know. Get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I'll get him. I know. I know. I know. That's how I'll get him. I know. Get me a briar and I'll twist it in his hair. That's how I'll get him. I know. Yep. Yeah, that's a real finger dancer right there.
Yes, it is. Libby said, that rabbit in the log got my feet dancing. That's what I was saying.
Be careful. Dancing and kitchen work may not go together.
Yes,
Yeah, safety first.
Good point.
Okay, for Lara, let's do a little bit of Wabash Cannonball. From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, to the green flowing mountains, to the south hill by the shore. She's mighty tall and handsome, and she's known quite well by all. She's a combination called a Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar as she glides along the woodland, through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engines, hear the lonesome hobos call, riding down the woodland on the Wabash Cannonball. She came down from Birmingham one cold December day. As she pulled into the station, you could hear all the people say, there's a gal from Tennessee, she's long and she's tall. She came down from Birmingham on a Wabash cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar as she glides along the woodland through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo's call, riding through the jungle on the Wabash cannonball. Now here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand and always be remembered in the courts of Alabama. His earthly race is over and the curtain round him falls. We'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar as she glides along the woodland through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo's call, riding through the jungle on the Wabash cannonball. Riding through the jungle on the Wabash cannonball.
Yeah,
There you go, Laura.
That's a good one.
It's the only train song I could think of that I knew the words to from memory, you know.
Yeah. Well,
folks, we come to the end of our
yes.
time together. There are still copies of our Forever Friends CD available on the autoharpdownhome.com website. There you can also put something in our tip jar if you feel so inclined. The CD is all about dogs, songs all about dogs, and the money goes to the school that trained my great guide dog Indy. So autoharpdownhome.com is where you can find all that stuff and a few other goodies besides. Don't forget the YouTube channel.
Right.
You can get all of our, if you haven't had enough of this today, you can listen to all other 133 episodes.
Yep.
At which point you will be divorced and friendless and everything else, but they are up there and it's the same title, Autoharp Down Home. Just search for that. And one of these days, I used to have a crawler up here, and I'm going to try to put that back up. I found an old backup that has it, so I'm going to, since I was rooting around in OBS trying to get it to work anyway, I'm going to try to put something up there with the email address and the link to the website and the YouTube channel.
Ricky said, enjoyed the show and watching 3 games at the same time.
Yeah,
face and a heart emojis.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yes.
It's been really great. I'd like to close with this thought. If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is stop digging.
Yes. There you go.
Now it's time to say goodbye to George and all his kin. We'd sure like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back real soon to this locality to have a heaping helping of our hospitality. Down home style, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now here.
Thank you, Libby.
Thanks, Libby. I will see you later this evening. So long, everybody.
End video. And end live. There we go. All right. I enjoyed that. That one was good.